Good morning, YouTube, and welcome to another week in the life of running our dealership, NG Supercars.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan, and this is our dealership, NG Supercars. And this week's going to be a strange one for the video because for most of the week, we're going up to the tail of the dragon. Yeah, so I'm actually flying up tomorrow. Josh flew up this morning, and Randy flew up yesterday. So basically, nothing's going to happen here at the shop this whole week. We're just going to be having some fun. We deserve it. We deserve a small break. And if you notice, I'm wearing my premium shirt. That's right. So we have Normal Guy Premium, our vlog channel, which is this channel. And of course, Normal Guy Supercar, our full-on, long format, topic-driven, great channel. So if you haven't already subscribed to either of these, go check out normalguysupercar.com. And of course, you can subscribe down there, I think, wherever it is. Anyway, do me a favor, do that. And let me show you everything that's going on in the shop. Well, I'll give you the status of everything, and honestly, not much is going to change between now and the end of this video because, like I said, no one's going to be here. So this is a client's car. We sold this car. It is getting a manual conversion. So we are going to get started on this next week. I might do some work on it if I have time today. I might try and just get some prep work done to save Randy some time, just removing parts and stuff that he's going to have to do anyway, just get it out of the way, make his life easier. That car, I think finally have most of the parts to finally get it taken care of. So we should be able to take care of that car and have it done very early, not this week, but next week. So Monday or Tuesday, basically a week from today, I think we'll have it done. This car is awaiting the AC control unit to come back. So we sent one out to get repaired. The owner bought a secondary one on eBay. I tried buying one on eBay and then they rejected it and they're like, oh, it's not for the right car. And then they relisted it and then doubled the price. So I think they just probably had it sitting on eBay and then realized, oh shit, we sold it for too little. And they're like, oh, it won't work on your car. And then they relist it. Anyway, yeah, that whole thing. But the one we got did not work. So we sent that one back. We have one out for repair. Well, one of them hopefully will work at some point and we'll get that car fixed. So that's really the only thing left to do with that car. Of course, we actually need to do a nice test drive because we fixed some stuff with the clutch. This is our friend John's car. It is all done. I need to bill him today so that he can pay for it and come grab it whenever he wants. So that car is done. This is our car. This is actually for sale. This car sat for about 5 years and we need to do everything. We're going to do everything to it, including convert it to a manual transmission. So this is on our list of cars to be converted. We're going to take care of the super bad leaking fuel pump that is a absolutely awful fire risk. We're going to take care of the intake manifolds and get everything painted and cleaned up and make this thing look amazing. Yeah, there's literally looks like bird shit in there or something. I'm not sure what's going on, but we'll get everything cleaned up and this car is going to be amazing when it's done. It's only got 16,000 miles, so very low mile, excellent condition cosmetically, especially when we're done with it. Mechanically, it will be good when we're done with it. That is actually a friend of ours' car. Randy was doing some work on it and we're gonna get that car out of here when we get back from the Dragon. That car is for sale, so we don't really need to do anything to it. It is clean, nice. I think maybe there's oh, you know what? We already did an annual service. So we did brake fluid flush, we did oil service, all that sort of stuff. So I believe it's ready to rock and roll. So if one of you wants this car, it is for sale right now. Send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com. That car is also our car. It is for sale. We got the bumper is done. We don't have it back from paint, but it is done. So I need to go get it soon. Oh, wait, I'm a dumbass. There it is. That's right. We did get the bumper back last week. Sometimes we forget things. And that is its new diffuser. So the diffuser also got damaged when it got wrecked in shipping or scraped or whatever. So we're going to convert this car to a manual because that will be awesome. Take care of clutch. We're going to replace the clutch and leaking valve cover gaskets and some other stuff. So this car will be in much better shape when we're all done with it. This is a client's car. It is here for conversion, and then we also sent out the dashboard to get all the leather done. So that should be done probably this week, so we can get this car wrapped up next week when we get back as well. So another car that's getting finished up pretty soon. And this car is here on consignment. This is our friend's car, and It is gorgeous. These Astons look amazing. So that is it. We do still have the coaster bus just chilling. We honestly haven't even tried to list it for sale. It's just sitting there on the side of the building. And we have that BMW X3 that we just kind of been using as a shop truck. So we haven't listed it either. At some point today, I probably also need to mow the lawn, because if I don't, it's going to be 3-4 days before I can, and it's going to be super, super tall. So I guess that's on my list of things to do as well. I got to film a bunch of videos, and I got to mow the lawn. That's the two primary objectives of the day, and maybe take care of some of the easy stuff on that car before it gets started being converted. Yeah, so that's the plan. We'll bring you along for this week. Of course, we'll bring you on the Tail of the Dragon tomorrow. So actually, right now, Randy is supposed to be filming. So assuming he did film some stuff, let's go watch some of his footage right now.
What's going on, YouTube? First one out of the NG crew, and take a look at that. The Italia was so shameful that they had to wash it. They didn't want to bring it into their beautiful establishment here all dirty. Alright, YouTube, we've been driving a pretty decent amount this morning. We're kind of cruising in traffic right now, and I have earned my first official check engine light here. We just got that while we're doing, like 20-25 miles an hour, just cruising around the corners, not even in the fun zones. John had the idea of we need Italia bingo and kind of list out a bunch of potential problems that we could face. So far I've been locked out of the car, check engine lights on, but we didn't have, the car was going to get washed for free on the bingo card. Yeah, so we're having fun.
All right, so it's been a little bit of time, and I banged out a video real quick. I think you guys will like it, so watch that on the main channel. But I wanted to talk about something that happened, well, a few things that have happened recently, and some of it is something we're getting shit about, which is we're getting some grief because we put some AI content in our videos. And people are like, oh, this AI slop, oh my God, it's awful, and blah, blah, blah. First of all, Skynet, if you're listening, I love you. Please don't kill me or my family when it happens. But second of all, AI is here to stay. So, just you can choose to accept it or you can choose to deny it. I'm embracing it from a business perspective because I think it's helpful. Now, in particular, the 7 levels of Ferrari ownership video had a ton of AI content. And I want to clarify something. First of all, Jamie, our social media person, actually instructed AI to create all of those clips, and she used some actual content that she had created as primers for it. So it's not like she fabricated stuff out of thin air, and she guided it. So like she said, make it do this and this and this very specifically and blah, blah, blah. And actually, I think it's a perfect use of AI because we were saying things in that video that could be construed as offensive if we had used actual humans as examples or actual people's cars or anything like that. So in this particular business, it's best not to go around trampling on people's feet. It's a bad idea. It's a small community. The number of people who own Ferraris in the world is pretty limited. And a lot of people know each other. And so we didn't want to go around like pointing our fingers at these people and saying, oh, you're a level whatever, because they might get butthurt by that. That could be bad for us. So we don't want to do that. So having everything be AI generated content is great because now we're not pissing anyone off and it's just random crap created on a computer. Furthermore, from a business perspective, it's safe because there is all original content and we don't have to worry about copyrights and we don't have to worry about stealing people's content. Because let's be real, I don't exactly have a huge library of FXXK cars or 250 GTOs laying around or anything like that, or other people's garages, for example, like showing their collection of memorabilia. If I have those pictures and I use them, those owners could get really mad. So no. And so I don't necessarily have pictures of all that stuff. So I think a great use of AI. And then people also bitch because we used a little bit of AI in the other video we made that came out just a few days ago. So we also used a tiny bit of AI in the market update video. And it basically was like just generating graphs and some thumbnails. And actually, Jamie was laughing because someone's like, oh, your thumbnails are AI. And she's like, dude, I photoshopped that. That was actually her. So it wasn't even AI. So the fact that you can't even tell if it's AI or Photoshop means we're doing it well. So anyway, this is all just to say, shut the fuck up and stop bitching. It's AI. It's not going anywhere. Deal with it. If you complain about it, I'm just going to delete your comments because I don't need to hear it. We're going to use it not extreme, and we're going to try and be, use it sparingly or when it makes sense to use it. We're not going to just like have all of our content be AI generated now. Also, just a side note, that was still content that we created. Like I had to talk and say these things and come up with these ideas, and Jamie and I worked on scripts and things like that. So anyway, yeah. So Jamie's like, you know how long it took me to create those damn AI clips? My God. So it takes forever because it has to generate them all and render it all and do all this stuff versus when I just film something. So believe me, she would much rather not have to do a bunch of AI because it saves a lot of time. But anyway, get over it. It's here to stay. AI ain't going anywhere. It's going to be a part of this channel in the future. Here and there, we're going to use it sparingly. It's not going to become the primary resource of this channel or anything like that, but just wanted to get people to get over it. So moving along. All right, YouTube, I had to mow the lawn because it was like a straight up jungle out there, but I kind of got 3 videos in the can. So that's 3 more videos that we can get out for you guys. So since I leave tomorrow and I've got a couple hours before I want to call it the day, I'm going to just start working on that car. Just simple stuff, bottom panel, diffuser, get all this stuff out of the way, maybe even take out the front panel in the tub, just so that when Randy gets back from the trip, he can just go like bang and just hit the ground running and start working on it. So that's what I'm going to do now. All right, YouTube, it's late in the day. I got some work done on that car, got it prepped so that Randy can get going on it really easily. And honestly, I am tired and I'm ready to have a sort of work vacation because let's be real, driving the Dragon is super fun and it's going to be awesome. So yeah, I wish I could say I could turn off my phone. I'm not going to do that for this trip, but when I go to Japan, I think I will just ignore everything. And that's going to be like a true vacation. That is a real vacation, not a business vacation. This is a business vacation where, you know, it's multi-purposed, but honestly, it's, you know, 50% fun. So anyway, tomorrow morning, we're getting up super early. My flight's at 5:25 a.m., I think. Something like that. Maybe it's 5:15. I don't remember. It was super early. It's going to suck. So I'm going to go home, get to see my kid for a little while, chill, and then, well, I guess we're going to get up at the butt crack of dawn, or before dawn, actually, and fly up to Tennessee. So I'll see you guys in the morning, and we'll be doing awesome stuff tomorrow. Well, good morning, YouTube. As you can see, I'm not in Tennessee. I am back at the shop. It is now Tuesday, and I canceled my trip to the Tail of the Dragon. Not really pleased with this, but it is what it is. I got sick, and I was up until about 2 a.m. just trying to get to sleep. I don't know what happened to my face, but it felt like everything was just leaking. I don't know if you've ever had where like you get that weird tinge in your throat, and you just know you're gonna get sick. I had that most of the day yesterday. And then when I got home, I started feeling worse. And then Meg was doing the same thing. And like when I was trying to go to bed, my salivary glands would not stop. Like it was just like constant production of saliva, constant production of mucus. Everything was just happening. So I didn't get to sleep until around like 2 a.m. and would have had to have gotten up at 3 a.m. So I would have gotten a total of 1 hour of sleep. So I feel like crap today, and I'm going to work on some cars. And I might film a little bit here and there, but I'm just kind of bitter about not being at the Dragon. So I'm not going to film a whole lot right now because I'm just going to be pissed off. I don't know what it is about my awesome timing of getting sick, but it seems to happen right at big events. I'll take this though. I will rather have where I get sick now and miss the Dragon than get sick in 2 weeks and miss Japan. Because I'm going to go, I don't care. Like I could be like needing IV drips and I'm going to Japan. So I'm going to wrench on that car and just take it easy. I'm just going to go real slow. I'm not going to hurt myself. Good news is the rest of my body, physically, I feel okay. It's just all here. So, yeah. Happy Tuesday. All right, YouTube. I am feeling kind of crappy. My cold has gotten worse throughout the day. And I was talking to Meg, and she said she has gotten worse throughout the day, too. So, whatever it is we both got, just it's not awful, but it's just annoying. Anyway, 430 Coupe, that is here to get converted. So this one was getting some other stuff done. It just got back. So I got started on this one and already 2 bolts stripped. Yay. Actually, they didn't strip the retaining clip stripped, so I can't get them out. So I'm going to work on that tomorrow. I'm just having like shit luck. Everything's going really slow. Well, of course, I'm working at like a snail's pace because I feel like shit. So you know, I did get the interior out on this car. I got the clutch master cylinder in, ran the lines for that. That's all connected. I haven't done the clutch pedal yet. I was hoping that maybe I would feel better in the face because I'm gonna have to be upside down laying under there for an hour or two. And I really didn't feel like doing that with the head cold. So I was pushing that off, but interior is out. If I'm not feeling that in the face stuff, I'll just work on that one up top first, get the interior out of that one, all that sort of jazz. Yeah, I'm just feeling like crap. So it's not even 5 o'clock. I'm going to go home. I'm just going to go home and like lay in bed and drink some ginger ale, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm sorry that this week totally is a bust. Hopefully Randy's got some good footage of the Dragon. I gave him one of our cameras, so if he does, here's some more footage of that.
Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday morning here in Tellico. I'm up a little bit before everybody else. Last night we had the rest of the party, pretty much everybody show up. We did receive word Dan is not going to make it out for this trip, so that sucks. We're really looking forward to, having the whole group, lots of people, everyone. So we'll have some fun for Dan. As you can see, the crowd has grown. We got Josh's car here. Got a McLaren, a couple more Porsches, a couple more Ferraris. Kind of give you a quick tour in the garage. I don't know if y'all can see in there. Greg's speciality. Took the prime parking spot last night. Got a little bit of work to do this morning. We're going to run to the parts store, kind of patch a couple things up. Surprisingly, nothing on our car. It did fairly well. One check engine light. Got that cleared. Hasn't come back yet. But you might recognize at 4:30. It's at the shop not too long ago. He drove up yesterday to meet us. So we got the whole gang here. And more up at the top of the hill by the car washes. So, like I said, we're going to run to the parts store, patch up some stuff, and see if we can walk y'all through what we're going to try to attempt to do on a car. But have to recommend, and the lodge here at Tellico, they got it going on.
Well, good morning, YouTube. It is now Wednesday, and Moe's here.
Hi, Mo. What you doing, bud? What you doing? Oh, yeah. Gonna get the loves. Gotta get the loves. Oh.
Did you know that yesterday was Moses' birthday? I think I may have already mentioned that. But happy birthday, Mo. He's 7. I can't believe he's already 7. That's crazy. Because he's been on the channel the entire time he's been alive. Crazy. Well, yeah, I'm still sick. I went to bed at 8 o'clock last night. I just drugged myself up and went into a quill haze and just slept it off. Yeah, I'm feeling a little better, but definitely still not great. So I haven't decided if I want to take on sitting underneath the dashboard for hours on that car yet. So I think what I'm going to do is work on that car and try and get as far as I can on that one. I can get the interior out. I can get some of the stuff run. So I can at least get some good progress on that car. I think that makes the most sense. That way at least I'm staying vertical instead of lying with my head upside down and whatever. Should be getting the computers for that car fairly soon, I think. They said it shipped out. I think it's supposed to come in on Friday. John's car is done, just waiting for him to pay and pick it up. And yesterday I had our detailer come clean up the black 4x8 that we have. Sorry I don't have the lights on, but I'm just saving electricity since it's just me. But oh yeah, she's clean. She is clean. So maybe I'll do a short on that car now that it's all clean, because the last short I did, it was really dirty. So I'll give a walk around that car. I'll do a short on it. You know, I haven't really done a video promoting a car that we have for sale in quite a while because, well, they all sell before I get a chance to do that. So I don't know if it's worth doing that, because if I take all the time to make a long format video to promote that car, then by the time we get it edited and pushed out, it's probably already sold, and then everyone's going to be like, why is it already sold? I'm like, sorry. So I'll just leave it for now. Yeah, so I think that makes the most sense. We'll work on that one. Basically get it to like a similar position as this one, where the interior's out, clutch pedal's done, all that stuff. Oh, you need out? Is that what you want? You want out? Okay, you gonna go pee and poo on stuff?
Yeah, okay.
Ooh, yeah, it's supposed to be rainy today. I think in a few hours. All right, go drop a deuce on that grass. That's right. The problem with having a basset hound, oh man, my voice is cracking. That's how messed up my everything's going on. The problem with a basset hound is he'll like get on a scent and just be like, wee, and off he goes. And you're like, great. And he knows that if he's on leash, he behaves really well. But when he's off leash, he's like, yeah, they can't do anything about this. I'm just gonna do what I want. So just will wander around and take a crap and pee on stuff and smell things. The basset life, yeah. Good job. Way to take a piss. All right, YouTube. It's gonna be quiet today because I'm here alone. Actually, I was thinking about it. It's probably a good thing that no one's at the shop this week because I'm sick and Meg's sick, so clearly it's contagious. So I probably would have spread it to the entire company, and everyone would get sick, and it would be awful. So I think it's probably a good thing that I stayed home and did not go to the Dragon, even though I am extremely displeased. But at least they said today was rainy. Today would have been the day that I would have had the car to drive, so I guess it wouldn't have been that great. Oh well. It is what it is. You can't control the weather. Okay, YouTube. I am working at a snail's pace today. I just don't feel awesome. Disconnect the battery. Got these seats out on this 430. So I'm going to remove the rest of the interior. Just wanted to disconnect the battery since we're done with the seats. You do need to have the battery plugged in to be able to move the seats forward and backwards in order to get the bolts out. But once you do the seats, then theoretically you don't need battery. So there you have it. What else is going on? I don't know. I've been answering some emails and honestly just taking it kind of slow. I have had a massive headache all day. Just, I don't know. I guess I'm probably dehydrated even though I've drank like a gallon of water. What do you think, Mo? He's like, I ate some of your lunch, Dad. He got some tidbits. You're a good boy. Good boy. Well, I'm just going to keep on wrenching for a little bit longer. I don't know. Probably go home early again today because I just feel like shit. So, but it's kind of pleasant just, having the shop to myself and taking it easy. It did rain a little bit earlier, so it was supposed to rain today, and it rained for 5 minutes and then stopped. Very weird. So, you went out? Okay, Mo. You can go out. Mo is a sissy and does not like the rain. Go on. Okay. All right, YouTube. Got the left side fuel pump done, and I'll do the right one tomorrow. It's late in the day. I actually am pleased, I guess, with the progress, even though it's been slow because I'm working at a snail's pace. I feel like crap. But Mo is happy. We get to go home now, Mo. You ready to go home? Yeah, you ready to go home? Yeah, you ready to go home? Yeah. He's had a... Oh, give me the business, huh? He's had a hard day of laying on one thing and another. Okay, I'll wrap it up. Jeez. Well, don't forget, tomorrow, Thursday Night Live on Normal Guy Supercar Premium. It's premium, but it's free. And that's it for today. I got a little more wrenching done. I'm sorry that it's kind of a quiet week. I was hoping to be ripping on the Dragon, but they're sending me pictures and giving me serious FOMO. Yeah, not the greatest week. Well, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, good morning, YouTube. It is Thursday. That cricket is super loud. I have no idea where he is, but man, we seem to get crickets in here all the time. It's just Texas things, Texas rural things. God, they don't shut up. They're just like, where are you, bro? It's getting louder. Definitely getting louder. Well, I feel like he's somewhere back here. Oh, definitely past him. All right, he might be up there. Great. Well, it's Thursday, so Thursday Night Live tonight, and I still feel like crap. Good news is I can sort of sometimes breathe, and so that's good. Still coughing up phlegm and full of crud. Just not great and massive headache. I've had better weeks. Well, I'm going to switch that Black Ferrari for that Black Ferrari because we're going to get pictures of that one so we can get that listed on the website. And since John's car is just chilling, we're going to just throw it over there. And then I'm going to wrench on these cars. So I'm going to do the other fuel pump on that one. And then I think maybe I feel good enough to crawl under the cars or under the instrument cluster and do the pedals. Pedals. Not my favorite. I'd so much rather just put it up on the lift and do other things. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll start on that car, start pulling the transmission. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of it for the moment. Again, it's really quiet here. It's just me. I think Jamie might be swinging by to take those pictures of the 458. but I don't want her to be around me too long because I don't want to get her sick. Honestly, I don't want to get. Actually, it's been probably good timing for me to get sick because everyone else is gone. So at least I can't spread this and get everyone else sick on the team, because that would be great, having everyone just one by one get sick. Sounds like yesterday the guys at the Dragon had not the greatest day. It sounds like it rained, but prior to that, it sounds like it's been really fun, and it sounds like today they're going to have better weather. So hopefully they are having a good time. It sounds like they are. I have FOMO. I am jealous. Well, let's have at it. All right, it's 5:15. I'm going to go home. Got the Thursday Night Live tonight. I am exhausted from this cold. It just has made my head just throb all day long, like super bad headache. Good news, I can actually sort of breathe, but it's still just, yeah, makes it really hard to do physical labor. So I changed out the other fuel pump, and that's about it as far as wrenching goes. And I just sat on the computer doing like really low stress computer stuff, just taking it really easy today. I'm not feeling it at all today. So I'm going to go home. Hopefully I'll try and restore some energy for tonight's live, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, YouTube. It is Friday, and I'm feeling a lot better. I'm still sick. I'm still stuffy, but my headache's gone away, or at least mostly gone away, which is great, because yesterday I really didn't get shit done. It was a very non-productive day. My head was throbbing so bad. I probably shouldn't even come in. I probably should have just stayed home. But, whatever. At least I got some stuff accomplished. So, goals for the day. I want to continue wrenching on this car. I may do some work on this car. We actually got the computer for it. Randy did all the removal of the computer, but he was only under the dashboard for a couple minutes, so it looks like it's probably not that hard. I don't know. So we can test that out and see if that fixes the AC issue on that car. I'd love to have him get his car back, because the poor guy hasn't been able to use it nearly as much as he should have after just buying it. Just crap luck. We may also work on that car a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. So got 3 cars to wrench on. I have some computer stuff to do as always. And good news, the Italia survived the Tail of the Dragon. So we're getting the reports back of the results of the fun that all those people had and I didn't. So sounds like some minor casualties from just stuff. No, I don't think anyone got a ticket. That's good. But when you go drive a couple hundred or more miles, stuff can happen. Cars get scraped or dinged or, stuff. But generally speaking, it sounds like everyone had a good time, and it went very well. So great. The Italia will be back here once it gets shipped back here, and it's for sale. So we actually have a decent number of Ferraris for sale for the first time in months. I'm kind of happy about that. So none of those 3. The black one is for sale. The Spider and the Coupe. So 2 430s. Then we got another 458 that's showing up today. Hopefully, if the shipper gets here in time before the end of the day. And then we have the Italia. So we actually have 5 Ferraris for sale, which is great because we've been having a hard time keeping anything in inventory. Although it's great when they turn over fast, but at the same time, it's like embarrassing when we run a dealership and we have no inventory because it's all sold. And people might wonder why, like when stuff sells, why don't we get something immediately? Well, like transactions sometimes can take a week or 2 to close out. Like people do financing, or we have to pay off liens or various things. And then even once all that happens, we have to go find another car, we have to go inspect it, go look at it, go buy it, go ship it here, go clean it up, blah, blah, blah. So it takes a couple weeks to really get a car from the moment we look at it or see it online or wherever to when it actually gets here. It probably takes on average 2 to 3 weeks. So it's kind of slow. And, we only have a limited amount of money to work with. So we don't have this billions of dollars or even multiple millions of dollars. We only have a reasonably decent amount of money, but still limited. So when we tap out all of our resources and all of our money, there's nothing else we can do. We just got to wait for cars to sell. So that's kind of where we're at right now, is we're getting close to maxing out our budget on what we have available for buying cars. We probably can buy like 1 or 2 more, but we don't rush it because we want to buy good deals. So quick side quest, or not quest, but whatever. This morning, I'm sitting there just kind of getting ready, doing my morning thing, and I was browsing the interwebs, and I'm fairly active in a lot of Ferrari communities on Facebook. I check Reddit. I don't look at that one message board that's awful because I've been banned 17 times or whatever. But anyway, I look at those places, and it's funny because every once in a while, someone will post one of my videos or somehow mention me or whatever. And inevitably, there's people who like me and there's people who do not like me. And well, you know, if you're in the business of YouTube and you think everyone's gonna like you, oh boy, are you gonna be disappointed. So I don't expect everyone to like me. I don't care that people don't like me. But I think it's really funny when people state how much they dislike me and I comment on their comment, just because I think it's funny. So this guy was like, oh, I can't stand that guy. And so I love when I see that, because I just like to let him know that I saw it. Because I feel like YouTube's kind of a weird thing where it's not like normal real celebrities. This is Z-list celebrity where you're famous, and I'm going to use that very loosely, in an extremely niche group of people. So like, yeah, you know, we've had millions of views, but like the number of people who actually have seen my face compared to a percentage of people who have seen, like, you know, a real celebrity is insignificant. It's a round off error. But when people are in this niche, talking within this niche, so like if you're in a Ferrari specific group, okay, now you're kind of in the area that we frequent, so the chances of seeing it goes up, which is interesting because, like, you know, people will bash you or whatever, and anyway, I think it's funny to just make a comment, let them know I saw it, because, you know, whatever. Typically, once you kind of have let someone know that you saw their post, they don't ever reply. I can't really think of anyone who has, you know, because like the reality is, like, when you say stuff like, I can't stand that guy, which you're entitled to. You're entitled to hate me or think I'm awful or my videos suck or whatever. That does not bother me, because like there's people I dislike for whatever reason. They might hate me because they don't like my face or my voice or things I say or how I do things or my blue shirts or whatever. They don't have to like me, and I'm not trying to be liked by them. But running around stating that you hate someone or that you find them whatever, that you can't stand them and stuff, like, now you're just spreading hate and you're a dick. For example, there's YouTubers I dislike a lot. I don't go around finding their videos and or like posts about them and then being like, I can't stand that guy. Like, no, because now you're just spreading hate and negativity and whatever. So now it's on you. You've turned this to show that you're a dick. That's on you, bro. I'm just saying, like, you know, you can choose to do that. Like, that's whatever. If you want to be a dick, you can be a dick. But going around saying you hate these people is showing more about you than it is about that person. But yeah, I know I should ignore all of the hate in comments and whatever, but it's so tempting sometimes, because, like, come on, you know me, I can't help myself sometimes. I kind of wear my heart on my sleeve, and when people shit on me, I think it's funny just to poke them back a little, you know. Like, I mean, the irony of that is the people who hate you when you're a YouTuber, especially in a niche like this, and you run into people in real life, the sum total of times that people actually have the balls or hate you enough to come up and confront you is probably zero, unless you're like extreme, like, you know, God forbid, like, could you, I can't even imagine the people who do like political videos and stuff. Either side, oof, no thank you. I'll stay to Car World. Car World's not that controversial. You know, like, the Car World's like, I don't like the look of that car, and electric cars suck. That's like, oh my God, that's the controversy. You know, oh my God, Ferrari made an ugly SUV that's electric. That's the controversy. Not like, you know, actually doing real things. Moving on. All right, YouTube, it's been quite a few hours since the last time we chatted. Got some work done on this car. I'm trying to get to hopefully where I got the A-frame out before the end of the day. It's like 3:30, so I think I should be able to do that. I did have some unexpected stuff happen. Guy came and actually test drove the Aston Martin and made an offer on it. So we're going to work on that deal. It's contingent on some stuff, so we're gonna have to talk to the owner of the car, figure out if he likes the deal, and if so, we'll maybe finally have the Aston sold, which is great because it needs to go to someone like this guy. He's like, I really want a V12. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it is a hell of a car. It's a ton of car for the money. Also, while all this was going on, the Florida 458 that I bought is here. So hooray, we have our other 458 is finally here. Yay. So this is I'm going to say, driver's quality car, 38,000 miles. It's in good condition. It's not in perfect condition. It is nice, drives wonderful, sounds great, cosmetically looks very good, but not perfect. A couple tiny little stuff, like little tiny scratch right there. There's like a paint chip on the roof somewhere. You know, the seats, we'll take care of the seat bolsters right here. Yeah, that can be redone. So I'll call our leather guy, get him out here because that can be taken care of. Headliner needs to be reattached. So I'll call the leather guy about that. But yeah, we got the carbon seats. Strangely, no carbon steering wheel. Very odd. Like, I don't know who options a car with the carbon seats but not the carbon wheel. I don't get it. And I have the window sticker, so like that was how it came from the factory. Very odd. Other than that, no axle lift, no reverse camera. So that's kind of it. But really, really cool otherwise, and very, very nice car and priced pretty reasonable in the current market. So send us an email if you're interested in getting it. sales@ngsupercars.com. Okay, I'm going to keep wrenching and get some more stuff done. All right, YouTube, it's a little after 5:30. Got the A-frame out, got fluids drained, and got a little bit further on that car. So it's like at least 25% done, converted. So, hey, I'm saving Randy some time, which is good. So didn't get a chance to work on this car today. But like I mentioned, we have a possible offer, a possible deal on the Aston. So we're going to work on that. And we have a consignment McLaren. The McLaren GT. Yeah, we haven't had a McLaren in, geez, I don't know, probably at least a year. Anyway, it's going to be for sale. So we're going to do I'm definitely going to do a review of it because I actually have not driven the GT. I've driven most of the other McLaren models, but not the GT. So we'll take it out for a spin. Beautiful blue. Very, very pretty color. Love that color. Just got some service done with it. I believe it still has a transferable warranty. So we'll talk all about that thing in another video. So do me a favor, go to Normal Guy Supercar, the YouTube channel, subscribe there, visit normalguysupercar.com, buy parts and services from us. It's Friday, it's been a long week, give me a break. ngsupercars.com and dealership. I'm gonna go home before I say more dumb things. I'll see you guys in the next video. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. It's gonna be a lot of cool car stuff. You're gonna want to stay tuned. It's gonna be sweet, and I'm tired. We'll see you in the next one.